Okay, so looking at the team compositions, we have Bush playing that Scion in the top lane, and it's going to be Kenshin on Nasus. So that's going to be an interesting lane matchup to see how that goes. And in the jungle, we have Razor taking away that Jarvan from Elliot. So he'll be playing that in the jungle instead of Rengar, as we saw in the last game. And Elliot, he gets his Lee Sin. He hasn't been able to play that in competitive play since it's banned against him most of the time. So he gets to play that now in the jungle, so it'll be interesting to see how Elliot does with Lee Sin. And in the mid lane, Enemit will be playing Syndra against Azir, who's going to be playing Xerath. So, Unlimit playing one of his strongest champions, which is going to be Syndra. And haven't seen Azir play Xerath in the mid lane. And then the bot lane is going to be Sivir. So I haven't seen Sivir been played as an AD carry in competitive play for a while now. You typically see Lucian, Corki, Kog'Maw even, and yeah, they're pretty standard. And Tristana, but Tristana was left open, wasn't picked up. So, and even Jinx as well sometimes. But mainly Corki, Lucian, and Tristana. So Sivir, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes for Jamie alongside Coco Pops, who is really good on Thresh and is one of his top lane champions. So he'll be playing that alongside Jamie in the bot lane. And for Relentless, it is going to be Darren on Karma and Terrazine on Corki. So pretty strong compositions, but they're really pick comps. Although UNiTE does have a good bit of Engage, they do have the Scion for Engage. They have the Cataclysm coming out from Jarvan. They also have the Death Sentence, and if Element lands a Scatter the Weak stun, that could be used as an initiation as well. But there's no hard CC coming out from Relentless Gaming. They're really a pick composition. Kenshin, well, I think we'll have probably a bit of a tough time in the top lane since he is pretty weak. Needs a lot of farm to get going and needs some items as well on top of that. So didn't have a great game in the last one as Rumble, but we'll see this time around how will he do as a Nasus. We should be going into game now. I don't know if I'll be getting in a bit later than you guys, but hopefully it won't be too much that we'll miss. Well, that I'll miss something. So, TP's been taken by both top laners as well, pretty standard. Xerath did take barrier against Unlimit to prevent that ultimate doing. Try to negate some of the damage coming out from the ultimate from Syndra. But unleashed power it is. And 30 seconds of the game, didn't miss much. No wards been put down just yet by either team, as I just said that. Elliot does spot out Razor, does follow up that Sonic Wave. Trade back a bit evenly. They are standing in a bush with a ward in it. Darren trying to get a bit of a ward down. So, nothing keeps going on. Bush sitting here. Kenshin's going to spot him out. He does get that ward down onto the red buff, but it will die before they get the timer. Because Elliot is starting with the red buff, which, as you should, because you should start at the side of your bot lane. Get a better leash that way. So a lot of wards already been set down from both teams. Azir trying to do it. See, this is confusing. If I call him Azir, it'll just be he's not playing Azir. Aziro. I'll just call him Xerath. Baylife. But so wards already expiring. Obviously, they don't have that much of a timer on them that early on. So actually, they switched around. They did spot out Elliot, so they know he's starting with his red buff. They won't get the timer. No, the ward expired. Still won't get the timer. Xerath trying to poke down and limit. as well from the dominance. But Coco Pops did go for the relic shield. For that bit of tankiness, and obviously wants to get that gold generation item going as well. But a lot of poke coming out, and Terrazine gets caught by the death sentence. The harass coming down, but they throw even more back down onto Coco Pops. Oof, imagine if that mantra Q landed. It'd be extremely dangerous for Coco Pops. Extremely high burst lane coming out from Relentless, the Corky and the Karma. Kenshin already finding a bit of difficulty here in the top lane. He's taken a lot of harass from Boosh. He's gonna find it really hard to farm him. That's the problem with Nasus. He's really weak early on, but Darren gets caught out by the death sentence, gets flayed backwards. Terrazine focuses Jamie. They trade a bit evenly with one another. Darren's just gonna constantly throwing those Qs out. The inner flame, Elliot here in the bot lane does have that double buff, so he can slow down. But Coco Pops and Jamie are not gonna overextend that. Smart of them not to as well. They're gonna set down a ward in the tri-brush. And Jamie going back already. They have pushed in. They realized that Terrazine and Darren are freezing the lane, so there's no point sticking around waiting for them to push it down. They're gonna back off and pick something up for themselves. They're gonna go for a second Doran's Blade. Probably a smart choice as well at that. Kenshin yet again taking a lot of damage, just got stunned up. He's gonna have to wait for the waves to push into his tower to try and get that Q stack. But it's even hard to try and do that as well. Boosh really putting the pressure down on the top lane. It's exactly what he needs to do against Nasus as well. Try and prevent him from farming as much as he can.
Never falter.
There's just a lot of bursts coming down from this bot lane. They're just gonna constantly poke with one another. But here actually in the mid lane a lot is happening. Razor has to flash away and limit, trying to put a bit of damage down. Elliot just going on. Oh, nice safeguard. Does use, oh, the Sonic Wave does land. First blood for Elliot. Ooh, and this is why you do not give Elliot Lee Sin. It's fantastic Lee Sin, but flash by Xerath. Almost forgot his name. Kenshin here in the top lane struggling, as we saw as well, but Terrazine and Darren really pushing in this bot lane into the turret. Mantra Q by Darren does a bit of damage, not too much. Kenshin looked to farm under his tower. Doesn't have any more charges on his, oh, just that last one was used on his flask. Coco Pops lands the hook onto Terrazine, gets played backwards, but he's gonna try to put some damage down. He has to use a Valkyrie away. Exhaust been put down to Jamie. Oh, nice take on the Lantern. Darren's kind of stuck here in the middle. Takes a lot of damage. Terrazine taking a lot of damage. Jamie quite low as well. Coco Pops flashes to get the kill. Darren flashes to get the kill. Death sentence back onto Darren, gets flayed back as well. Uses the shield. So both supports pick up the kill for themselves. Nicely done. Razor here in the bot lane. He's going to help push this wave into the tower. But Xerath is making his way down, so Razor and Coco Pops need to get out. They do have a ward. They'll spot them out. Darren is looking to go into this, trying to lock him down. Coco Pops. Here is L in the bot lane, misses the Sonic Wave. Coco Pops trying to get away. TP being used by Boosh. Uses the ultimate as well, but misses both Xerath and Elliot. He's slowing down Xerath. Razor getting chased down by Corky. There's a lot of a messy fight going on here, but Jamie is back. Double kill for Razor. Gonna chase Elliot and Terrazine now. Ooh, a lot of damage. Terrazine gets taken down to double kill for the jungler and the mid laner. Really worth for UNiTE, obviously. They're gonna go for Dragon now as well. It's an easy Dragon pickup as well, since they know Relentless won't be there for a while. Fight seemed to be going in favor of Relentless for a while, but since Jamie did come back as well, and same with Terrazine, it just did not go in their favor. And as well as the fact that Boosh had teleported down, but Kenshin hadn't. So Kenshin was left to farm in that top lane. We do have another pause, unfortunately. Someone DC'd yet again. Just looking at the that sigh though. Sigh of sadness. I hate these pauses. Bet you guys do too. But just looking at the items, we can see that the Glacial Shroud has been picked up there by Kenshin, so it will help him against Sion in that top lane, just to reduce a bit of damage. Sion did go for that Giant spell, has a bit of tankiness on him now. Both junglers looking to build that Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Double Dorans for Unlimit. He is sitting on 1400 gold, so he might decide to get his Chalice if he goes for the Athens first. And Athens are ready for, Chalice for Xerath and an Amplifying Tone. But this, since they did lose out on a lot of kills in the bot lane, did enable Kenshin to farm up a bit. So that was probably the only plus side from that for Relentless. Elder Lizard actually finished for Razor. Not fully complete yet for Elliot. Will be soon enough. Needs about 200 gold. Nice Lantern to avoid a bit of that damage. Elliot and Xerath looking to invade this jungle, steal away that blue buff, but Unlimit and Razor are here, so this is extremely dangerous. Oh, they noticed way too late. Elliot has to back out. Bush is here, he's gonna knock up Kenshin. They're going on to Bush, but Unlimit comes with that Cataclysm blocking down. Sin gets that kill, Nast gets a kill for himself, and he's gonna have to back off. He's taking really low. Double kill yet again for Razor. Xerath is slowed. He won't really be able to do anything. He's not doing that much damage just yet. It's another kill for... that's one kill for Sion. These are... They're just making too many mistakes. Yeah, they took away the blue buff, but they should have just backed off from there. They shouldn't have stuck around to fight that. And especially after focusing Bush, it just enabled Unlimit and Razor to focus down the rest of them. But Phage is being built first. Triforce is being built first onto Terrazine. Death Sentence Labs onto Darren. He's gonna get flayed backwards. The box locking them down. Darren trying to escape from this. The heal given a bit of movement speed. Jamie's gonna pick up a kill for himself. Meanwhile, Terrazine was focusing Cocoa Pops, but Jamie doing a lot of damage. Terrazine won't be able to get away from this. That's a double kill for Sivir in the end. So it was a 2-for-1 trade in the bot lane. And this is where UNiTE are building their lead. Last time in the previous game, they did have a lot of kills under the belt, but they were increasing their global gold by just putting a lot of pressure down onto all the lanes. They would take a tower and just move away from it. They wouldn't exactly fight full 5-on-5. There was a few 5-on-5 fights, but they'd mainly pick a person or two off from Relentless and they'd go straight for an objective, which just helped them get so much global gold for their team and probably lets them get their items faster and they just hit their power spike faster as well. But Relentless is struggling in this game. They have a really slow-paced game. Yeah, Corky does a lot of burst damage, but he needs a couple of items before he does so much. And same with Nasus. Nasus needs a lot of farm to do a lot of damage. He has about a few stacks. But Razor and Unlimit lurking around the bot lane, but they know that there's a ward down by Relentless game. We've spotted them out. They're just gonna back off. He knows that Razor is around. Best for him not to overextend. He gets locked down by the Scab of the Weak and the Cataclysm. Has a flash. Will be safe under his tower, but he's really vulnerable to another gank if Razor decides to come again in a short time. Darren gets caught up with the hook yet again. Play being used back onto Terrazine, but he's just going to throw a bit of damage back onto Coco Pops. They're sitting on a ward, but they're going to back off. Darren's going to try and get a bit of poke, stop this recall. They're just going to back off anyways. Here in the mid lane, as I said, Xerath would be very vulnerable to another gank, and he was. Ended up falling to Unlimit, and this is going to enable Razor and Unlimit to take this out of her. Elliot is here, but he can't defend this on his own against 3 people. Bush is really roaming this team. Elliot gets caught out, has to use a safeguard, does use the Dragon's Rage, saves his life as well, knocks the 3 of them. UNiTE not going to push any further. The Dragon's actually going to spawn in about 20 seconds. They're making their way towards there to get some vision down. This tower is extremely low. They need to be really careful. Bush is coming around the side, and same with Razor. They're in a lot of danger. Death Sentence misses. Bush uses the ultimate, and here comes Jamie is well to do a bit of damage. Darren really taking a lot of burst. Terrazine focusing Coco Pops, but he gets knocked up. Doesn't get the kill. It's 2 kills for UNiTE, and the tower perfectly sets them up for a dragon. But here is Xerath and Elliot. They are going to look to try and get something. Going to try and contest dragon as well. Looks like Kenshin's making his way down as well. UNiTE just not going for dragon just yet. They are quite low. It'd be too risky too, especially with Elliot around. So it's not really worth. This could actually let Relentless go for dragon. Razor is still lurking around the area. Both the same level. They have seen that they've started dragon. TP being used by Bush. He's gonna run right into that dragon pit. Oh, they just handed over that dragon. Oh, Elliot goes roll back in. Oh, the smite is not even enough. Bush takes that kill away. Shutdown for Nasus. Bush is locked down a bit. He's taking a lot of damage. The Lantern. They're both sitting in the dragon pit. Coco Pop's gonna use a play backwards. He's gonna be taken down soon enough. That's a double kill for. Oh, nice. Dragon's right onto Jamie. He flashes away though. Flash by Kenshin to try and catch up to Jamie. He's gonna focus him down. A lot of bursts can go down. He uses a heal. Is he gonna get away? Oh my god, Terrazine in the back line trying to use those rockets. Put support onto Bush. He's trying to focus him down. A lot of split focus going on. Not complete focus on one person. Darren taking a lot of damage. Don't think they're gonna get this either. Getting really greedy. They need to back off. This is too dangerous. Here is Unlimit. He is probably gonna get a kill for himself. He does get one. He's on a killing spree now. Terrazine in a really bad place. Double kill. That was extremely greedy by Relentless. They chased that down into the jungle so far that they ended up losing 2 members. That was a desperation call more than anything else. They're really looking to get kills, but wasn't worth in the end. They lost more than what they gained. But besides that, Sivir has completed the Infinity Edge. Does have the Berserker Greaves as well. She's doing a lot of damage due to that. And then it just picks up himself a needlessly large rod. And Terrazine hasn't finished that Triforce just yet, and Xerath's just sitting on a Athens. And no real item completed for Nasus in the top lane. He's obviously going for the Frozen Heart to pick up a Giant Spelt for a bit of damage. Does have, Sion has the Sunfire Cape and the Spectre's Cowl, so he's going pure tanky. So there's a bit of a difference in terms of gold. UNiTE obviously taking the lead. Kenshin throwing a bit of damage down onto Boosh. Everybody here in on the blue buff. Oh, the Cataclysm locks down Darren. He's stuck in there. He does not have... Oh, he does have flash, sorry. Does use it. Here comes the TP. Ellie decides to use Safeguard over the wall. 3 of them get stunned. Ultimate been popped by Xerath. Members of Relentless are really low. They probably shouldn't try and fight this. Should just back off. They're getting really ready for their own blue buff as well. Flash being used. Oh, there's the ultimate by Boosh. Kenshin gets taken down. Unstoppable. Elliot and Terrazine get locked up. They get taking so much damage. Valkyrie being used to try to escape from that. Xerath gets hooked. He has to flash. He lives. Oh my god. Elliot goes in. The spell shield blocking the Dragon's Rage. It's perfect. But that was a crazy fight, and that's another kill for Unlimited. He's doing a lot of damage. So Relentless just are really making a lot of mistakes. They're getting really greedy for their own buffs as well, which subsequently makes them lose more members on their team. That just gives more gold to UNiTE. And now they're going to be looking to pick up another objective. Kenshin here to try and defend this. 3 members of UNiTE are going to back off. They're not going to stick around for this. And damn, the amount of wards put down by UNiTE around the enemy blue buff is insane. They've got complete and utter control over their jungle. Is they're just going to back off. But meanwhile, Jamie picked up a tower for his team in the top lane. That'll be more global gold. How much does he have? He does get himself a Zeal. A Triforce finally completed onto Terrazine. Elliot, just with the Spirit of the Elder Lizard, doesn't have anything else. Does have mobility boots. But Razor has that Warden's Mail, looking to build that Randuin's next. Looks like UNiTE are looking to push in this mid lane. Still a good bit of wave clear from Relentless. They do have the Karma and the Xerath. And obviously Corki as well. There's waves pretty fast. Elliot is just left alone in the top lane to try and clear some of the waves. Dragon going to spawn less than a minute. Looks like UNiTE are going to rotate back towards that bot lane. Try it and pick this up. We've chunked a little bit of HP down on that tower. Then we're looking to pick this up now. Relentless are rotating their way towards there as well. It's a really awkward situation for Relentless. That tower's going on really fast. They have to back off. They shouldn't be sticking around for this. They acknowledge that, so they're going to just sit under the defense of their inhibitor turret. And this is exactly what UNiTE did in the previous game as well. You just saw those constant rotations just for those objectives to get more global gold. They're going for Dragon yet again, so they'll be able to pick this up without a bother. Relentless don't want to even go near that. They have no vision down. It's not worth it for them anyways. They are just left to defend and do nothing more. And there's a lot of bit of pressure being created for Relentless. They're stuck under their tower. UNiTE do a lot of damage They cannot risk engaging upon this, but they also have the risk of being engaged upon under their own tower. But looks like they're slowly going to focus that tower. It's taking onto half HP. 3 people get stunned. Oh my god, a lot of damage coming down by UNiTE. He takes down Terrazine. Kenshin gets locked by that death sentence. He's taking really low. Elliot decides to go in and dies for him. But that's another kill for Bush. And that is a 4-for-0 trade in favor of UNiTE. Darren left here to defend. Members of UNiTE are quite low, but there's nothing Darren can do. He can try to clear, but if he gets locked down, he will end up falling. He's just got to back off. Nothing he can do. Does manage to dodge that. Oh, the enemy going onto that has to use the shield to try to escape. And he will as well, but the inhibitor goes down. And they're going to back off for now. Meanwhile, the first tower goes for Relentless. Gives them a little bit of global gold, but still nothing in comparison to what UNiTE have right now. 2,000 gold for Jamie, so he'll be able to pick up his static shiv. Elliot decides to chase down Coke Pops. He uses that sense to the raids, but that was pointless in the end anyways. He uses the flay backwards, but Terrazine will pick that kill up. Razor's quite low. They're extending way too far into the jungle. Bush is going to come here. He's going to flash as well. He's going to stun Elliot. TB being used by Kenshin. UNiTE is going to have to back up. Jamie is just recalling. So, don't know. I really don't know what Relentless are even doing here. The minions are pushing into their base. They've got to back off. There's no point in them even sticking around the enemy jungle. So there goes the static shiv for Jamie, and he's also going to pick himself a pickaxe, so looking for that last whisper next. And Terrazine, only with that Triforce, doesn't have that much gold, probably looking to get... Oh my god, the minions actually took down the inhibitor turret. That was a bit of carelessness by Relentless Gaming. They let the minions push into their wave, meanwhile, when they were sitting in the enemy jungle. This just creates more pressure for them in the mid lane. Meanwhile, UNiTE take advantage of that and rotate towards the top lane. I'm going to try to take this outer turret, and they will. It's going down pretty fast. There's nothing Relentless can really do to try and defend this. They're completely zoned out from even defending their outer turrets. They're now sitting under the protection of their inhibitor turret, but it's still not enough as we've seen before. UNiTE will try to dive them again, and they've full capability of doing so. Kenshin and Elliot extremely low already. They're gonna go back to base and heal up. Bush is just gonna tank all the damage. Meanwhile, the rest of the team are gonna try and take the tower. Darren takes really low and then picks that up for himself. Bush right in the face of everybody on Relentless. It's really struggling on what to do. Terrazine and really mispositioning. Oh, but Zerk gets held out by the death sentence, and then he gets himself another kill. Terrazine trying to do some damage, but takes a lot of damage from the box. Razor goes right in and uses the Cataclysm. Jamie gets another kill for himself. Elliot taking really low. Kenshin, the last one to stand, but he's going to fall soon enough. The Nexus turret falls as well. That is a surrender vote. And that will be 2 wins for UNiTE. In the end, they had an extremely dominant performance. They really took control of those objectives, and the rotations are really good to enable them to pressure Relentless. So they win the 2 games, so that'll give them another 2 points. So that is all for now, and I don't know when the next series is on, but you will be notified on the Irish Esport and Gaming community page on Facebook. So until then, I will see you guys later.